Weekly Creative Update.
Welcome to the show, another week in the books. Your favorite YouTuber is back. I'm here and you are there, let's go, 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 go. Carl makes Sundays great again.
Hello, and welcome to the show. Welcome to another Sunday. I am here and you are there, and that's how we like it. That's how we like it on the Weekly Creative Update. My name is Carl and I'm an artist. And on this show, I share my creative endeavors. What have I been into? What have I been working on the last week? That's what we're going through the show. As I said, I'm an artist. I work with all sort of different things, actually, and I call myself a floating artist, and that's why I'm floating. I'm floating in between mediums. I'm doing sculptures, I'm doing installations, I'm doing paintings, I'm doing drawings, I'm doing what I feel like. And short little introduction. You who know the show, you who have been watching the show, know that I like to keep it real. I like to keep it raw, and I like to just click record, sit maybe for 20 minutes, for 30 minutes, just sitting and talking here, having a relaxed little time, no pressure, keeping it real, keeping it raw, just for the fun of it, just trying to be as present in the moment as possible, and that's how I like it. That's how I play the games of the video of the YouTube. So let's get into it. What have I been working on the last week? I have been working on the tower projects, the towering projects where I'm building on the height. I am creating 2 towers out of each tower consisting out of 5 boxes that I'm gonna stack on top of each other, and that makes it in total 10 boxes, and with 40 individual kind of sides to it. So I'm creating sort of 40 individual relief pieces, drawings, paintings, kind of things, but they're gonna be combined into one. So there's gonna be these 2 towers. And hopefully I've been showing some pictures here of how the collage working on the sites has been going this last week. I've been getting into more of like metal working, because it's been a while. I have been taking some introduction courses. When going to school, I've done some welding, but not that much. So I wanted to get back into that now. So I went into the dumpster. I did some dumpster diving. I just went to the where people had thrown away their old small scrap pieces of metal, and I went there, took them, and welded some small sculptural pieces together, which was fun this last week. And I also glued some textile on an MDF sheet and cutting it up in the bandsaw, which was also fun, trying to incorporate a bit more metal and textile into this project, as I mainly used to work. I'm mainly working in wood, because that's where I feel the most safe. But I want to step out of my comfort zone, want to include some different kind of things. So this week has been some textile working, some metal working, and next week we'll be going into the ceramics working. So now I have 6 boxes completed. I have a goal now that I want to do 2 boxes every week until I have the 10 boxes. And then maybe will develop the project more, because I have a vernissage of this the 17th of January in Malmö, Sweden, where I live, at an architectural office space where they want to develop. They have a new space, and I will be the first exhibitor there, and they want to have this kind of rolling thing where they invite artists and architects to use their space, because there's a nice space they have now, the new space, and they want to keep this exhibition theme going. So I will be the first one to start that, which will be really fun. The first exhibitor at Open Studios in Malmö. But the towering project is going forward, and it will be fun. It's just about experimentation and process. I see this project as a way for me to experiment what I want to develop further in my practice, and see every board, every 40 each plate or or the sites, the 40 different pieces. It's just a space for me to experiment and see what I can develop further in my artistic practice. It's just a playground. I think I mainly see it. Every new project is just a playground for me to experiment and find out what I like, how I like to work, and what I can develop further. So that's a fun way. That's how I look at a lot of the projects that is going on. What have I been doing more? Sorry for taking up my phone, because I have written some things down here in my document that I need to go over, and I don't want to miss anything for the world, guys. If you didn't want me to miss anything here, yeah, okay. Let's go through it, because I have a little collaboration with my girlfriend. It's called Sensitive Goyi Conference. We have an Instagram page. Go check that out if you want to. No pressure there. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. Some pieces lying here on the floor because there's some mess in the studio. I have to clean it up now because I need really to clean it up. I have a quote here on the wall: "When in doubt, tidy up," and that's from Brian Eno. And I'm sort of in doubt now because I need to clean up. I don't know. It's a sort of a mixed thing there. But let's get back to it. Let's not go off the railroads too quickly here. But the Sensitive Goyi Conference, we took a part in the Christmas market at the Royal Danish Academy of Arts here the last weekend. Talked a bit about that, but we made some relief pieces and put that up on our Instagram, and we made 14 pieces, I think, and now we sold 4 or 5. We sold 5 actually, and those are really cheap, $25 each, dollars, euros. And if you want to get one, I'm showing those on screen right now, hopefully. Just send me a DM, just text me, do whatever, because that would be a good Christmas gift, I feel like. But those were fun to make. We made sort of this drawing, where you draw, when you fold the paper and you draw sort of a figure, and someone draws the head, and then you fold the paper and someone draws the chest, and then someone continues on. We did that, but we had some rules. It should be some abstract kind of form, symmetrical, and then we folded it 4 times, and then we came up with these 3 different shapes, and then laser cutted it, and then coated them in paint or in crayons or whatever. But that was a fun one. Just wanted to shout it out because it's Christmas gifts coming up, and support your local artist, but no pressure as always, because we're keeping it chill and relax, and we're doing what we want to, because that is the perks of being a human being, that you can do whatever you want to do, which is nice. And then I can see here that it's maybe, I don't want to jinx anything because I'm not quite sure yet, but maybe 2 small exhibitions are coming up in Stockholm for me. One is probably a little small solo show at an independent book place that where they start. I think they're quite newly opened, and I think, because I've been written back and forward to them, they have been a bit bad at applying to me. So, and I don't want to force them. So I sent them a message yesterday. Is it gonna happen? Is there gonna be any little showing of my works at your independent book art store? And I haven't received an answer, but they asked me if I wanted to exhibit there. So hopefully there will be something in the beginning of 2025 there. And then as other small little group show at another art place in Stockholm is maybe coming up in February. There's a friend of mine who said that I could be a part of it, but then when I wrote to him, he's also been a bit bad at answering. So I've been pushing him as well, because I want to plan the future out. I want to plan the works that I'm gonna make. So maybe 2 exhibitions in Stockholm. I've never exhibited in Stockholm. I've gotten more grants in, because I studied in Denmark. Now living in Sweden, I am from Sweden. I've been getting more grants from Denmark than I have from Sweden. And then I talked to a friend at the workshop that I'm a part of, and he said, Carl, you need to exhibit more in Stockholm. You need to show your work in Stockholm, because the people sitting in the juries, handing out the grants, they're living in Stockholm. They're going around there, and you need to get your name out in Stockholm. So that's why I'm keen on doing these 2 exhibitions in Stockholm. So I'm holding my thumbs, as you say in Sweden. I may be crossing your fingers in other countries. But here I'm holding both of my thumbs. and that equals luck. So hopefully 2 exhibitions in Stockholm is coming up. Let's move on. That's what I've been working on. And this is also what I've been working on, but we can collect it in the self-promotion part. It's a new thing. It's important for artists. You need to spread the words. You need to get as many eyes on your work as possible. You don't have to, but I want to, as a new artist coming out in the game here. Want to create opportunities for myself. Want to show what I've been up to the world through this YouTube channel, through my Instagram page, through the newsletter. Guys, sign up to the newsletter. There's a lot of fun things happening there. A lot of people have been doing it, but sign up to the newsletter. Good stuff's coming out there. Monthly creative update. It's a bit shorter version of this show, so do that. But the big part, the big news, the big self-promotion part for this week is it's Creative Call with Carl & Company. Creative Call with Carl & Company, and you know what that is? I'm going to show you here on the website. I've put up a little what do you call it? A little business, a little creative call session. It's a session. It's a call. It's for 4 people plus me, so we're gonna be 5 people in the call, and we're just gonna talk about creative stuffs, and we're gonna build this little community, and we're gonna discuss all different kinds of being an artist, being creative, being doing creative stuff, and how you can think about it, and we will discuss different topics. It will be sort of this little course. It will be $100 for 4 sessions, and every session is going to be 1 hour long, and there's going to be different themes. We're going to discuss different kind of creative topics. Every artist is going to introduce himself, and then we're going to try to help each other out. We're going to surround ourselves with like-minded people, and that's what I wanted to do this for a long time, and now I'm just trying to figure out what we can do. But I also be getting a lot of questions about being an artist and stuff like that, so hopefully that's something we can discuss and share in this course. So it's pretty much $25 for every session. And we're just gonna have a nice, lovely little time in there, and then we're gonna end it with an individual talk, if you want that, 15 minutes with me to just discuss and develop some things there. But it's all an experiment. It's all in the works. But I created this course, and I put up how you do it. Sign up, and here's the link, and I will put the link down below here as well. So if you're interested in the Creative Call, really sign up, because I think that that will be a fun thing, and I think it's important to surround yourself with like-minded people and trying to build this community. And I think this is a great way for me to do it, and also earn the rent on doing some fun. So if you're interested in this, go into the link. I will link it the highest up in the descriptions here, and we can have a fun time. We can have a lovely little time there. And it's not that expensive, I think, for what you will get out of it. So I'm basically losing money on doing this. No, we're doing it for fun. We're doing it for fun, and to develop a nice community, and just talking about art, because talking about art, I love that, but talking about art with other people, I love that even more. So I think that's a great opportunity for everyone to do that. But of course, no pressure. Call. Oh, who is there? It's Creative Call. Creative Call, it's an amazing thing. Go in, check it out. And right now I'm gonna have 3. I decided to start out with 3: January, February, and March. So right now every spot is available, because I want to do this to my subscribers, just getting it out there. Go in there first, get the spots, and probably I will be going on with this the whole year, but there's a limited amount of spots, so check it out right now. So moving on from that, the little self-promotion part, always important, but now over to the weekly question, coming in from, I'm so bad at saying these names, but maybe I can get this right this time. Weekly questions from JLB Animation. JLB Animation. Thank you, Carl. Thank you. I have a question for you. How do you make yourself work every day on your art even when it gets really hard to do so? Yeah, that is a good question, because I think a lot of people struggle with that, and I've been talking about that on a show recently as well. I've been talking about it, but it's worth repeating. I'm used to say I only work when motivation strikes, and motivation strikes every day at 6 o'clock for me. So that's a little one you can think about, because if you were only to work when really through motivation strike you wouldn't get anything done. I think you have to put up a routine and put up the things you want to do and achieve with the day and the week, and have some short-term goal, long-term goal, and just work consistently, because I think consistently will get you the result in the end, in the long haul. I don't really strive for results. I want to be present, and I want to be in the moment, in the moment, creating masterworks. But I think if you would only work when you felt like it, you wouldn't get anything done, and you wouldn't move forward, because I think I don't feel like doing the work. I don't feel like doing the work. But for example, I didn't really feel that keen on doing this video, but now getting into it, maybe been talking for 10 to 15 minutes or something, I'm getting warm, I'm getting into the groove, and I think it's just about starting. The answer to your question is maybe just starting, because even if you don't feel like it, when you have been working for maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you will start to just enjoy it. You just have to get over that little barrier. You just have to step over the edge of the hard. Step over the edge of the hard, which will just resolve, because it will be getting fun. Even if you don't feel like doing the work, you will get into it by just starting. So my tip is probably just have a nice schedule, build up some sort of routine around making your art if you want to do that. And it's just simple. It sounds maybe corny and that, but it's just to start, because if you don't feel like and you're just starting and you're getting in the habit of doing that, the days when you feel like it so much, you will create really, it will become easy to you, and you will get going. But the days when you don't feel like and you just start, you will start to feel like it after a while when working at it. That's just my philosophy, and hopefully that can answer your question, JLB Animations. So let's get on to it. Let's get to the last segment of the show. Actually, it's been going quick this week, so it's the wise words. What are the wise words? Let me say to you, it's actually continuing on the question, and that's how I like it, just connecting things together. Wise words. All comes down to time and repetition. All comes down to time and repetition. And what do I mean with that? I think it's what I talked about earlier here. Repetition is important, and putting in the time at something, and just doing it and repeating it, doing it all over again, you will start to notice things, you will learn things, because that's the only thing that we can do. We can strive to learn new things and explore, and that's only time and repetition who can do that. I want to get into metal now, as I said earlier, and I think it's just to give it time. And another guy at the studio here, and an old man who has a lot of experience with metal and welding, and that's he's primarily working with metal. And then I talked to him about getting into it, and then he has said, yeah, do a little every day, and that's the same thing that I feel like you just have to do a little every day, and that will get you far. Repetition and putting in the time over a long period, that will get you where you're going. Hopefully it can get you some sort of result, even if you don't have that in mind. So for example, the metal welding, he said, it's better if you just do 10, 15, 20 minutes every day of this welding and trying other things out with the metal, instead of doing 10 hours in a row and just forgetting about it, because it takes time, and it's the repetition that is important. Repetition, getting into the groove, learning slowly and steady. So time and repetitions are my wise words. If you want to get anything with anything here in the life, and especially in the life of the artist world, you have to put in the time and put in the reps. It's like going to the gym. You wanna be big. You wanna be muscular. Then it's just time and repetition at the gym doing the work, and that's just the same with art. I feel like, or learning anything in general. My chair here. I built this chair. This chair behind me. It looks kind of cool, but it isn't that nice because it I maybe did something wrong with the construction, or not the construction. It's steady and everything, but it goes into my back here, and maybe that's I've been moving around here, not been feeling super comfortable. But sometimes you don't have to feel comfortable. I think we don't grow when being comfortable. We need to step out of our comfort zone. And one thing for me to step out of my comfort zone is to sit in my chair that isn't that comfortable and recording the episode. But time and repetition, put in the time, put in the repetition. Do that, guys, and I'll see you in the next week. Let's put on the outro song, and I can do a dance, and hopefully you can smile at me and be really, really happy.
I'm signing out with a song. This is an outro. I love you all. See you in the next one.